y'all, this is Catherine from Yoked. December is Spiritual Literacy Month, so I'm taking time to share some of my favorite books that have helped to make me a better woman, a better Christian, and a better wife. Today, I wanted to share with you this book called People of the Second Chance. This was a book that I received as part of a book review opportunity, and I liked the title of it, and I was like, oh, well, this will be good for learning how to do ministry and all of that stuff. Little did I know that this book was going to help me get my life right. So my understanding of the book was it was a way to teach me and the people who read it how to give people a second chance and how to facilitate healing and restoration as we worked in ministry, whether we're doing, individual ministry, especially for us when we do counseling and different sorts of therapy exercises. But when I started reading it, I realized it was more about helping people to live past their brokenness. And it was something that I needed and did not know that I needed, because I was like, oh, I've dealt with all of my stuff. I've dealt with all of my mess. I'm good to go. No, that is not exactly what happened. So this book, it's by Mike Foster, and it's called People of the Second Chance, a guide to bringing life-saving love to the world. So in the midst of learning how to love people in their brokenness, this book really does a great job of teaching the individual how to love themselves and to love the world in their own brokenness. And so I want to read a few passages that, of course, with me and my underlining and highlighting, I've got a lot of it going on in this book. But I wanted to take a few moments just to read a few of the passages that really stood out to me, that really helped to reorient my thinking and the way that I moved in the world and the way that I loved others, and more importantly, the way that I love myself. So this isn't a self-help book about just being happy. It's about being aware of the beauty of becoming whole. Fear, shame, and worthlessness have only the power we give them. And spoiler alert, I gave those things a lot of power in my life. This book reminds us that God is just moments away from transforming the shame and fear we've allowed to pull us over the rails into a right perspective about self-acceptance, love, and faith. I'll just let you read this for yourself. Got it? Good. And so he continues and says, secret commandments get scrawled on personal tablets of shame, and we live life as if our stories belong on a discount rack rather than as valued, cherished children of God. We let a moment of pain cut us off from a lifetime of grace. Now, if you are a believer, I'm sure you've heard of the 10 commandments that God gave to the children of Israel that we still have today. And so in this book, Mike Foster talks about the 5 condemnments that say, I don't deserve a second chance. I am my shame. I am my secrets. I will always feel and be this way. I am defined by my worst moments. My life, my dreams, my hopes no longer matter. I labeled those as grace destroyers, because believing those things about yourself really helps to keep you from fulfilling the promises of God and living the life that He has for you, or that He wants you to understand that He has for you. Define yourself radically as one beloved by God. This is the true self. Every other identity is illusion. See, it's highlighted. I got that highlighted. That's important to remember. Even now, I'm still working to remember that and to live that out every single day. Identity is the engine that drives the relationship not only with ourselves, but also with God and others. If your identity is broken, your life is broken. If you define it incorrectly, you will carry that wrong definition into your story. If all you see are your limitations, you will miss out on the stunning possibilities God is creating in front of you. So, I'm not going to point fingers at anybody else but myself. and say that not knowing who you are in God trickles into every single aspect of your life. And so if you're in a place where you're trying to figure out who you are, what your purpose is, or if there's any redemption for you, make sure you grab a copy of this book, People of the Second Chance. Be sure to follow us online at beingyoked.com. You can find us on Instagram at BeYoked and on YouTube under Catherine Shorter. Bye.